Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames. In this video, we're going to talk about Diddy's ex-head of security speaks on Cassie's claims after being named in the settled lawsuit. Listen guys, to the people who have been keeping up with these stories, y'all are strong. Y'all are some strong mother. Because these stories, they are so horrific that each time I see one and I want to talk about it, all I can think of is just the trauma that Cassie went through. Just imagine Diddy beating such a petite girl to the point where she started, throwing up uncontrollably and then calling in a doctor to set up a in-home whatever, because if she goes to the hospital, he's going to go behind bars. And, with him having her getting a breast implant today, having them being taken out tomorrow, like, when I read these stuff, I'm saying to myself, Cassie does not sleep at night. This girl, Cassie, remember, I'm telling you, she doesn't sleep at night. I believe that this woman is on medication for anxiety even now. I don't think she will ever be healed. I don't think there's any amount of money that can compensate for the trauma. I believe that Cassie deserves at least half of Diddy's estate as long as that estate keeps earning money. Even when Cassie is dead, I believe that 50% of Diddy's estate should keep on going to her bloodline, because the trauma that Diddy has left on that woman's bloodline, Jesus, like, do y'all understand how heavy that is? Like, how much money can you give to someone like Cassie? I believe the only time Cassie sleeps is when she sees the sun. And if the sun shines in a particular way, wherein she was beaten by Diddy, and she looks at the sun and it looks like it was shiny, and it looks like it is shiny in the very same way that that man was kicking her in the face, kicking her in the stomach, she will not even sleep at that point. Can you imagine the agony, the anxiety? Can you imagine her just falling asleep occasionally at nights and dreaming that she is back with that man? Do you understand how horrific this woman's experiences was with him, and how it may still be affecting her? Like, geez, listen, she will never be okay. I'm telling you all, she will never be okay. She will never be healed. You know what she'll find? She'll find some amount of peace, and as the day passes, she will adjust to, some sense of normalcy. But this young lady, her life will never be the same. She will not know what it is to have a normal life. And her husband, like, that man is a tower of strength, because I know that, that man ran a marathon for abused woman. So you can tell that he knows what his wife is going through on a daily basis. But I know that, through her husband and seeing her kids, the smiles, the little laughters, the little giggles, the little silly things that they do, it's gonna give her reason to keep moving and keep pushing forward. Like, there's absolutely no amount of money Diddy could give to her, not even $1 billion, can compensate this woman for the trauma that she's been through. Absolutely no money can compensate that. But let's talk about the report that TMZ is doing on this, because I have to say to you guys who have been reporting on this consistently, you all are strong, because I can't do it. I can't do it. Each time I talk about one of these things, it's as though I can feel Cassie's pain. I can feel her trauma, her future trauma from a distance. And I can tell you, it's ugly. It's a lot. It's as though that woman's brains is still scrambled and will never be fixed, but can be adjusted for her to live what appears to be a normal life. But let's get into this, you know, entire thing, because the security is, giving a recollection of what he experienced. This particular security, he was named in the lawsuit. Remember, Cassie had filed the lawsuit. The lawsuit is so horrific that it had a trigger warning on it. You know why that trigger warning was there? In case it went to court and, the jurors had to be warned in case any of them had similar experience, they could get a doctor's note to say this individual has to back out of this case because of similar experience. Do you guys understand the depths of this? Like, ain't no way. I don't know. But let's talk about this, right? They're saying that the guy who used to be Diddy's head of security operation seems to be addressing at least one of Cassie's allegations of abuse. This is after being directly named in her bombshell suit. Now, the guy's name is Roger Bonds. He worked for Diddy for years, and, there are photos of him, Diddy, and Cassie, dating back to at least a decade. So what he did, after everything was settled, he took to Instagram and he's speaking out. Now, I know that some people may be concerned, and some people might be saying, why didn't he intervene earlier when this was happening? Why didn't he say something, help her to get out of it, report it to the police station? Listen, this man was head of security. It means that he has seen so much that he couldn't have done anything, because remember, number one, when you're working with these celebrities, oftentimes the security that is being provided is often contracted by a company. So if he had said something, if he decided to be the whistleblower in this case, as they would call it, not only would he be risking his company, providing that he was assigned to Diddy by a security company, he would be risking that entire company's livelihood. He would be risking not only his livelihood, but his life as well, because if you're someone's head of security, you're going to be around them to see so much dirt that even you yourself, you're going to be like, you know what, God, let me just get out of this contract alive. Just give me the patience, the focus. So he couldn't have said anything at the time. But now that, Cassie did her lawsuit and Cassie won, it's a good time, because Diddy is crumbling. Diddy's not going to want to go after anyone so easily. So it's a perfect opportunity for him to actually come out and say something. And even know that he's saying something, is kind of doing so in a very cryptic way, right? So he basically said, and this is what he posted on Instagram. He's saying this is not meant to be threats or snitching or anything like that against Cassie or Diddy or anyone else. Because, when it comes to the black culture, we were cultured into, if you speak the truth, you're a snitch, you're an informer, and as such, you're not worthy to live, no matter who you're standing up for. And this is a stinking practice of the black community. The black community believes in crime more than how they believe in resolution. And when you say these things, there are people who are appalled. People may say they are repelled by it. But if you notice how people are willing to go out in the streets and they're willing to protest for drug dealers who got shot and killed by the police. They're willing to burn buildings, break glasses, block roads for their dons, but they don't do that for the innocent. But they do that for those who have been terrorizing them and giving them a bad address for decades. So it's like it's a dogma amongst us black people. And it's not just in one country or one area, it's a worldwide thing. And it's coming from the slavery indoctrination, wherein you were told to obey your master so that your time on earth will be longer. So even if your master is deleting your baby, cutting off your breast, cutting off your toe, you should go back and obey that master. So this is why he's saying no. What he's saying, it's not meant as threats or snitching or anything like that against Diddy, because he knows that people will come out and call him a snitch, an informer, can't be trusted, a backstabber, and all of that. So he's just making it clear, right? He further then states, "This is me telling my truth as I truly remember it for two reasons only. First, because I have 4 daughters, so on all dudes, my truth as I seen it, saw it, and was involved with it for years." So he's basically saying that he has seen the abuse that Cassie has endured, and he was involved with it. How was he involved with it? Well, it is said that, at one point, Diddy beat Cassie so badly that he basically had to, he was so hurt about it, he cried with her. He was very emotional about it. It basically broke him down. And when a guy says, I've watched this man beat this woman so violently that she started throwing up, and I've watched him doing it to other women, and it was so bad that I started breaking down and crying for her as he left. You know that it was really bad, right? No, he's now saying that, nothing matters but his family. Now, it's not clear if he's going to say anything else. Chances are we may see him, coming out with a book in the future, because it seems as though the rain is just pouring in on Diddy, and everyone, each time an individual comes out with their story or lawsuit, it gives strength to someone else. So you're finding a chain reaction going on. So each time someone rises, at least 4 to 5 other people, they are given the strength to rise, either take legal actions or just speak their piece and keep it moving. We may see a lot of books coming out about Diddy, and people are going to capitalize on this moment. And as Sloan Bella says, or is it Bella Sloan, this is just the beginning. We're going to see things going on consistently and expect something major coming April or March of 2024. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what are your thoughts. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and talk to you all later. Bye, guys.